Hello friends, thank you for joining me here in Non-Toxic Home. I'm going to make this video as quickly as I possibly can because I do terribly with radio frequency radiation. However, I know some people declare that broadband installations or fiber can't possibly transmit radio frequencies. Now I am walking from our house up to the front of our property right now. This, as you can see, is an acoustic comm 2. This specifically detects radio frequency radiation. Now I have problems when it's down at the most bottom, lowest level. Most people don't, but I do. Here's the road up here. So as you can see, it's coming from this direction because the lights are increasing as I go in this direction. And as I will show you, there's nothing across the road from us. But look at what's up there. This is fiber from SEIREMC. That is our electric co-op, and that is who is putting in fiber in our area. Now, 2 years ago, they initially ran the line, and it was really throwing out radio frequencies. It was unbearable for me for about a year, and I called and called and called, and eventually I finally got a hold of someone on social media, and they contacted the head of Broadband for me. Up here, we're still showing this here. As you can see, there's nobody over here. All right, nobody back here, and you watched me walk. And you saw that the radio frequency increased as I came up here. You can see there's nobody up there. Look, if I hold it higher, it's more consistent. See? See? Look at that. See? The closer I get, the more consistent it is. To that right there. Folks, broadband installations can cause radio frequencies to emit from these little connector things here. I don't know what they're called, but when it was originally causing me problems, it actually was, and I'm starting to have symptoms. I gotta get out of here. When it originally started causing me problems, like I said, it was just hung up generally. And the line was supposed to be dark. There wasn't supposed to be anything going through there at all. When I spoke with the head of the Broadband, he was shocked, but he also didn't gaslight me because he apparently isn't a narcissist. And he came out with his $10,000 meter and affirmed, yes, there were radio frequencies emitting from that right up there. All right. So if someone says that you can't possibly be sick from a broadband installation, they don't know what they're talking about. Now this up here was better for a while. Actually, it wasn't emitting anything. Here, I'll show you again. Look, you watched me walk. Look, you watched me walk. You walked with me. Look how much lower it is now. And this here is not a smart meter. There's nothing in there. There's nothing in there. There's not a meter in there. There's nothing else here, folks. Look, here's our house. Obviously, I stopped staining it because we're going to have to put siding up. We have the siding now, aluminum siding, to make it into a Faraday cage. Now, if you tell someone that they cannot possibly be having symptoms from technology, that is called gaslighting. That is what narcissists do. That's unacceptable. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. People such as myself who are canaries in the coal mine of this toxic world need your support and your belief. We don't need your judgment. We don't need you going to Google and deciding that you know what we're reacting to. Just because you don't react to it doesn't mean that it doesn't cause you problems. It doesn't mean that it isn't causing permanent damage. Now this right here, this 0.01, I know it's hard to see on this camera. I apologize, it's not the best camera. That is enough to bother me. And so I have been having symptoms lately. I believe it is because of the freezing and thawing that the connection was loosened, and that is what is causing me problems again. Symptoms vary for everyone as to EMFs. And quite frankly, what's really disappointing is that people within the EHS community gaslight others by saying you can't possibly be reacting to broadband or fiber installations. They're utterly wrong. Be supportive of those who are warning you that what's happening is wrong and toxic. Be supportive of us. Don't judge what you don't understand. Please, please, friends. I've just shown you where radio frequency radiation is coming from on my property, my safe property. I've just shown you. What more do you need? What more proof do you need to see that broadband installation, fiber installation, which is supposed to be glass, supposed to be just light inside, can cause problems, can cause radio frequency radiation? There are multiple people who have reported to us that they have become very ill following broadband installation in their area. Some used to ground outside and can't ground outside anymore. Now, it's cold right now, so in the wintertime, I go out and hug a tree in order to ground. Can't walk barefoot because I have mast cell activation syndrome, and I don't thermoregulate effectively, and that can send me into anaphylaxis. Anaphylaxis is, of course, serious and potentially life-threatening. I apologize if this was a more serious video than you're used to, but this is serious. Please respect others. Respect them when they say this bothers me. Just because you don't understand it, and just because Google says otherwise, or the quote experts say otherwise, just because you know someone who works in the broadband department and installs broadband, doesn't mean that they know what they're talking about. Do they know anything about mast cell activation syndrome? Do they know anything about electromagnetic hypersensitivity syndrome? Do they understand the harm of radio frequencies? No? Well, then don't listen to them. I just showed you the evidence, friends. Thanks so much for being here. Please share this with others so that others can learn the truth. Thank you for being here, and have a most beautiful and blessed